Oh, wait, fuck. I just remembered something. I forgot to turn on my avatar. Oops. There. Just give it a hot minute, chat. I'll be with you in a hot minute. There we go. Okay. That's slightly embarrassing. How's it, everybody? Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikoto New, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well, rested well, have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter and better. But how is everyone doing today? I am doing alright. Kinda. I mean, to be fair, it's been... I had a hard time falling asleep properly in these last few days. But it is something I will find my way to work with. I'm trying my best to... Maybe I should actually get myself some new rituals before I actually call it a night. Who knows? Maybe. And, oh yeah, Emerald Marie, welcome back. Boy Splatty, Janime, Raquel, welcome back. Russet Paladite, welcome back. Welcome back, my regulars. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. And, let's see. I'm doing okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh god. I should have actually done this sooner. Why do you have to show up now? Why is it that clockwork? Before I actually go live, I started having sneezing fits. I mean, why did I keep forgetting to take my anti-allergens? And one job. Okay, hold on a second, chat. This might give me a moment. I just need to put up, I just need to take my anti-allergens and such. So, give me a hot minute. Whew! Okay. Too many people thinking of you at the same time? I mean, it is a thought. If you can't sleep and thinking of an old routine don't work, change it up. You're not wrong. I'm considering actually doing some light stretches or just taking my melatonin gummy at a much earlier time. Or I'm thinking of maybe just drink some warm milk. But then again, I kind of as of late, ever since the visiting my Steve's folks, I've been kind of making myself some hot cocoa because there was a bit of a town party that happened at that time, and some of the merchants were selling their wares. Some of them there's one of them in particular that was selling homemade hot cocoa. So yeah, I kind of can't say no to that. Did your sink get put back to its rights? Yes it did. It took a lot of headaches and blood, sweat, and tears to get that sink working. Like, if I wasn't fighting a necromorph in Dead Space, I was basically fighting one in real life that decided to clog up my sink that day. I tried to make methods work with that sink for hours. Like, I tried using the plunger, did not work. I tried using the green gobbler, which is supposed to be a friendly a pipe friendly product that is supposed to help flush out whatever gobbledygook is inside of your pipes. Barely did not work. So it wasn't until Dave told me to actually try go for the and mind you, I had to do this, and I had to wait for hours, and I mean hours, until the green gobbler actually does its job, but it did not work. And so Dave actually introduced me to try using the baking soda and vinegar method, which it took me a while to find the right baking soda, and because I did remember we got a big pack, as well as finding the right vinegar for the job. And so, it took a little bit of work and waiting for it to actually do its job, but oh my god, you have no idea how immeasurably relieved to see that sink finally be working, because the last ditch effort is to bust out the tools just so I can actually pry open one of the pipes down below to clean the stuff manually. Gross. But I am just so relieved that the sink was finally working. I really had a hard time that Friday. Oh my goodness, Runia! Raiders, welcome! Welcome, Raiders! Welcome to the Paper Plane Inn! Runia, thank you so very much for the raid. How was your stream? Did you actually have a good time? If you want to actually raid and run, that's okay. But thank you so very much for sending your people to your direction. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I just finished talking about what happened to my sink issues back earlier, so it's about time we actually get to this to the thick of it. Why we're here today? We're here to actually take care of a commission today. For those who actually are looking forward to commissioning to me. Unfortunately, I am closed for commissions right now because I have some orders that I've collected back in October, and I might as well get those things squared away. I've had a good time today. I really missed this. Aw, Runia, thank you. I missed you too. You're free to come back here anytime, okay? It's so good to actually see you here, genuinely. But yes, the reason I closed up commissions because it has been a while since I opened up commissions back in October. Yeah, it's a slow one, but at least I got some level of orders, so I managed to get them. I finally had to close. I had no choice but to close down my commissions right now, so I could actually get them squared away. But I just realized something. I still have my Ko-fi, so if anyone wants to actually, if anyone feels a little bit generous on donating, my Ko-fi is there. So you can still support the innkeeper if you will. In fact, let me actually put this up. Okay. That did not work out the way I should. Okay. My Ko-fi butt actually does work out. Wow, that is, what the fuck? Okay, huh? Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the hullabaloo was that about. But anyways, I got myself this. Not only do I got my Ko-fi, but I also got my Patreon link. That is but I also got my Patreon. These are the two ways to actually help support me directly, and I truly do appreciate anything that comes my way, especially since we're in the Christmas season. All right. Without further ado, let us go straight to the podium because we are burning daylight. It's time for us to actually get to work, if you will. Oh. Hold on a second. Hello, dear.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm about to get to work when it comes to today's commission.
Good. I'm here with the cat. She has taken to a new thing of jumping up on the table.
I mean, at least she's not posing problems yet.
She has attempted to steal marshmallows out of the bag.
But why though?
I think A, they're small and tiny, so she can roll them off the table, B, she wants to sniff them.
Oh? But are marshmallows safe for cats?
I don't know, which is why I've confiscated them.
You know what, fair point. But yes, we're going to be working on a commission order today by a client who commissioned me again, called Rocket Knight 777, and they want me to draw their character, which is this particular person, and this is going to be a flat commission. So the moment we're actually done with the sketch, the line work, and the colors, that's just it. That's basically a flat commission in a nutshell for me. But as you guys can actually see, I'm still in the middle of trying to fix this sketch. So that is something we'll most likely be doing by the majority of the stream. And this is going to be a short stream instead of a long one than usual. So yeah.
Ah, that's fair.
Oh, Rum Wars! Hi, it's good to actually see you here again. How are you? Do you actually had a good day today? I will try my very best to make this sort of work out, considering the fact that given that I know this kind of style of armor. It's similar to Power Rangers-esque armor. Let's see. So we're going to actually fix that right now. They're not inherently toxic. It's just that besides no nutritional value, they are usually high in sugar and sodium. And cats are apparently have been told cannot taste sugar. They cannot taste sugar. They can't taste
Interesting.
sugar? Oh.
Well, that's probably a good thing, to be fair. It means the cats won't go for sugary treats.
Oh. But I know it's one thing to be reincarnated as a cat, but that means I have to sacrifice what's it like to taste sugar. And me say it's the sweet tooth, you know? Let's see. Plus potential choking hazard. Okay, you know what? You make a little bit of a point. Let's see. We're gonna fix.
To be fair, that's less of an issue here because these are mini marshmallows, not mushrooms. Fuck.
No. Wait, can cats...
Mini
No, I'll let you finish, dear.
These mini marshmallows are about the same size as one of her own cat food pebbles, so less of a choking hazard.
I guess that's why she mistook the marshmallows for food, because she thought that's another form of her food.
No, I think it's because she's seen me drop one or two of them every now and then and was really curious as to what they actually were.
Oh. And Jackson Dragon, welcome back. It's good to actually see you here again. Let's see. I don't know how we're going to make this thing. It's not often do I actually draw armor again, but I'm gonna make this thing work to the best of my ability. From the way this is, he's designed, his armor is kind of based to that of a controller, if you will. Which, you know, I'll give props. It's actually it's actually a really interesting concept. Depends on the type of mushroom. None of my buddies can steal some of his from his pizza. Store-bought shrooms are safe for cats. Okay, that makes me a little bit more relieved to hear that. Gods, can you imagine if cats could actually take in the... Wait, I don't think those types of mushrooms that humans take for a trip would actually be good for cats. Gods, I genuinely hope cats... Oh, I genuinely hope that cats stay away from those kind of shrooms. Oh, before I actually would forget, chat, this is going to be my most busiest week in terms of video games for me. This is the only stream of this week where you get to actually see me do an art stream, because the next 3 days are going to be devoted heavily when it comes to games. Such as, by tomorrow, Wednesday, I am going to be seeing you there as we're going to be playing Warframe. Because that is where the latest update has finally came out. The old piece. And I am so looking forward to seeing what this new chapter of Warframe is going to be about. Especially since we're finally getting a taste, if, you know, an appetizer, a starter when it comes to Tau. And Tau has been heavily teased throughout the years of the system that was been talked about, and when it comes to the lore, when it comes to player progression and whatnot. Yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing how this is going to go tomorrow. I really am. And join me by Thursday as we're gonna go from a different star system, but instead of Warframe, it's going to be Warhammer 40k. gods. I just came to realize that both games start with the word war, have two different feels and aesthetics with them. I don't know how does that describe me. Anyways, because Space Marine 2 is going to had just released their latest update and a new mission according to my men. So that's something I can't wait to actually take a gander and also flop like a fish for. So yeah. And finally, on Friday, we're finally going to make the more progress when it comes to Dead Space 2. Not Dead Space 2. Dead Space Remastered. There's a difference. Why am I talking about a game that I didn't play yet? But yes, I'm finally gonna be playing more of Dead Space and see how far we can actually progress, because the last time we actually made progress, we managed to make some level of progress, and but only to hit a wall by the time we finished the last session. So that is something we should definitely find time and fix. To be fair, you kind of got into 40k because of me and Sherm. I mean, you're not wrong. It's a slow burn of a progress, but it did happen. Okay, so we're going to... Let's see. The art reminds me of those tokusatsu series in Japan, aka those outside of Japan as Kamen Rider or Power Rangers. I mean, you're not wrong at all. It really does remind me of so much about Power Rangers, and I would know, since I was exposed to the first Power Rangers when I was really young. But I mean, like, really young. Like, I was maybe 4 or 5 years old at the time. That young.
Yeah, that sounds about right. My generation also grew up with the early generations of Power Rangers on TV.
And I'm kind of familiar with it, with some of its episodes, especially the titular 6th Ranger. I mean, how could you not forget about... it's really hard to forget because he's the only one who's green, and he's the only one that wields a magic flute. But I wonder how many kids went to martial arts as soon as they watch Power Rangers, if you will. Okay. Okay, so we're going to fix up this knee.
Don't mind me if I go a little bit quiet. I am making sure that the cat is satiated because she wants attention.
She's been asking that a lot from you lately, huh?
She's very needy. She either wants to climb on top of me. She sat on my lap earlier today, and now she wants some form of attention, which I know if I don't give her, she will find a wall to put her claws into.
I mean, I think if any... I would say getting I would say that a companion cat would actually help Aurora a little bit. That would also give her company, but due to the circumstances, I doubt that's ever going to happen anytime soon. Am I correct or am I wrong?
Sorry, I was trying to hit the unmute button for the past 5 seconds. So you are somewhat correct in that getting another cat logistically is not on my scope. I'm currently just adjusting to singular cat ownership. Like, my family's owned 2 cats before, my first 2 cats. My brother had a cat and I had one, but we were both living under our father's roof and financial support at the time. now I'm an adult living on my own. I have to navigate all those challenges on my own, and I want to make sure that I can do it. Well, that I can do it before I consider um, even getting two cats. One cat was already a big decision to make, and currently I am weathering it quite well in terms of handling the responsibilities that come with owning a pet, because it's not just about having a pet and enjoying it. You are responsible for a living being at that point. It's not a human being, but it is a living being still.
Yep.
And so, yeah, for me, at the moment, while I recognize that her having a companion, assuming she doesn't want to murder them, would probably be very helpful for her stimuli.
Yeah.
I'm currently going for the single option.
I mean, you're not wrong. Cats, though they may not look like it, because a lot of people think cats are aloof animals and what have you. Boy, you're not wrong. You're not. That is. You're not. That's not the right assumption, though. They may not look like it, but cats are indeed social creatures, if you will, and they actually thrive a little bit better when they are with other when they are with other cats. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Oh, thanks for this care package. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yes, well, most cats are social, but they are also highly territorial. So when you introduce a new one, they can either become hostile or resentful. Speaking of cats, did you see the 3 big cats that I posted in Pets and Animals in the Inn?
I have seen the thumbnail of it, that they're cheetahs, and but I've yet to hit play because I was so busy cracking this commission's pose, if you will.
For context, chat, my father sent me pictures and a video this morning. He and his significant other are at a resort right now in South Africa, and they've been on a safari. And they sent some photos back, including a picture of 3 cheetahs by a water pond, complete with an entire tree filled with what are they called? I forget what those bird nests are called, but it's the species of birds which basically threads nests that hang from the tree.
Weavers?
Weaver birds, that's it, thank you. But yes, it's an entire tree filled with weaver bird nests.
Okay, now it makes me wish I actually had seen that video now, because I like weaver bird nests, you know?
You can't see the weaver's nests in the video, but the attached photo has them. I can also say I have sat under a fire in the shade of a tree that is literally filled with weaver nests. And the last time I was at a safari lodge myself, it's quite something seeing the fact that these birds have basically made a fully enclosed shelter hanging from the trees for themselves.
Right?
Granted, a lot of it has to do with the fact that they live in a temperate climate, whereas they probably wouldn't survive very long here in the colder months.
No. Armor Aurora Miki. For a minute there, I thought that I read that as Armor Mickey, but then I looked carefully. It's Steve is comparing Aurora to me. Hold on a minute.
I would like an elaboration on this, please.
Is it because of the gremlin? Is it because of the gremlin energy that Aurora keeps presenting herself with?
That's quite possible. And I will also say, I love both of you, but in different ways.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think this looks pretty good. This doesn't look so bad. I think. Let's see. I will get to making. I think I will put the sword in a whole different layer, as well as the buttons and dialogue, as well as the other notable details of his design, like as like the controller buttons and the controller-esque buckle on the belt in a different layer, because I had a feeling I might screw this. I might make a mistake. I'm going to make a mistake, and sometimes, for the sake of not having a stroke, it is probably for the better to actually have your sketches into different layers.
Entirely fair. Also, I believe Aurora has decided it is nap time. I should probably see if I can get her some sort of blanket that she likes the tactile feel of, and if I can figure that out, I'm probably gonna put that on top of that so that she can have a warmer bed, because yeah, it's cold here.
How cold are we talking again?
Oh, it was snowing earlier today, so that gives you an idea of what it is. A little bit.
Last night, it finally did.
Well, it snowed. It didn't snow last night because it was like -8, which means it's actually too cold to snow, and it's warmed up this morning.
Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Question mark, TM?
I'd say it looks pretty good. And also, don't worry, one day we will have another chance for you to see snow again.
Let's see.
That in one way or another, we can ensure you have a white Christmas.
Oh. I mean, that would be really something. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Now, buttons and dialogues and what have you. I am hoping to the gods this works out, otherwise I'm gonna be one upset Mickey. Snow came, then quickly melted, and now it's just windy down here in the valley part of the state I'm in. I know.
Yeah, that's... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was thinking aloud again.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, in certain parts, like there's this... You get these periods of where it snows just enough for there to either be just a little bit of snow that melts on the ground because the ground is still not iced over and therefore doesn't hold the snow, or it like just snows briefly and then it heats up and all the snow melts, and then you have this problem of it just being wet and unpleasant.
I mean, I guess that's what Steve has been telling me about. Steve has also been telling me something like that to a degree, but this is coming from someone who has a very romanticized view of snow, because born and raised in a tropical land for 18 years of my life and have 12 additional years living in Hawaii. Yeah, the bar is pretty much very much on the low end. Ankle low, but low.
Yeah, but for me it was similar. I grew up, I grew up in Cape Town for the better part of my life, and the only time I ever came even remotely close to seeing snow was in the coldest winter months. On certain years, there would be snow that would fall on the mountaintops surrounding the northern side of Cape Town. And only on those really cold winters would you ever truly see snow.
Man.
I remember one particular winter I was studying at the University of Cape Town at the time, and just looking out over the raised car park on the north side of Upper Campus and just seeing the Stellenbosch Mountains with snow-tipped peaks. It was quite something.
Did you ever got to go there in person, growing up?
I mean, I went out to Stellenbosch, but didn't get to go out to the snowy Stellenbosch Mountains when it was snowing, because usually whenever you go out to Stellenbosch, it's to go on a wine drinking thing with the company.
Oh.
Yeah, Stellenbosch is wineland, so...
Oh. Okay, that helps the image a little bit in my head now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. I can't really I can't do it justice by putting it into words would be the best way I can explain it. Frankly, anything in Cape Town, there just aren't enough words to describe it. And yeah, just overall, it's more than just that big mountain that people know it for.
Okay, absolutely fair. Let's go ahead and put that. I think that's meant to be a chip where those guys and those some tokusetsus. I wanted to actually give tokusetsu shows a chance again, because as someone who has grown up with
You know what that is, actually? I think that's a game cartridge. Like on older video game consoles, you would insert a game cartridge into the top.
God, I think you might be right, dear. But yeah, the reason I really want to give tokusetsu shows a chance, given how I very much grew up when it comes to Power Rangers a little bit. It's just that a certain person I used to call friend in the past basically sort of ruined the experience for me.
Ah, yes. May their stay in hell be long and eventful.
Yeah. I think if I also have to think of another thing what he also ruined for me, his characters with pointed nose. Like ever since what happened, it's a little bit hard for me to it's a little bit hard for me to actually to not look at a character who has an incredibly sharp pointed nose and just not feel a certain level and not feel feeling some uncertainty boiling in, you know?
Understandable.
If you're wondering what I'm actually talking about, Lord Bluff, I mean, look, I'm gonna do this in a new notepad so you can actually see this. Now, all right, okay. I'm gonna actually make a quick one, but once you know what I'm talking about, you'll know, right? Okay. So I know this is the quickest of drafts, but please bear with me. Now most people actually draw their noses something like this or this, and then there's me who actually draws character noses like this, right? The nose I'm actually talking about in particular is nose like this. Let that kind of sink in on who I'm actually talking about. Ever since that point, it's a little bit hard for me characters with nose with that kind of nose gives me a little sense of uncertainty, if you will, and I kind of hated it and I don't like how I feel that way, but it is, but that's how it is, you know? Okay. Maybe if I get myself in some level of exposure therapy where I get to be introduced with characters with that particular nose who are good and also made by people who are not complete assholes. It will most likely it might most like that feeling would most likely go away. But until then, yeah, that level of uncomfortable feeling is there, and it's very prominent. I don't like it. But I will say that speaking of noses, I'm slowly getting my A game when it comes to drawing characters with different noses, and I know I still have a long way to go, but I do like the progress of where and where it's taking me so far. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start drawing the blade. Okay. And the big hexagon. I know this will most likely be tweaked when we finally get to the other phase with it. But as long as we actually have the reference that is right there, it'll make things a little bit easier for us to actually draw our particular character. Let's take a gander on seeing the progress so far. I think that looks pretty good, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. Looking very nice. Just remember to keep your saved and layer checks going every now and then.
Of course. I am doing the best I can to make sure it's just about right. Now we're gonna go ahead and lower the opacity to that sketch. And let's size that sucker up. Let's change the resolution to something bigger. Because the bigger the canvas, the more crisp that line art is going to be. ID, because there is no face, so we don't need that face layer yet. Go ahead and start working onto the face. You know, I should my brain is actually doing its best to actually come up with subjects, but have you ever heard that as of late, Japan has been that some Japanese companies are actually asking artists to actually draw in front of them when it comes to taking job interviews?
I can't say I have, but that doesn't surprise me. One of my qualifications when signing up for my own latest hiring was to do a technical analysis of my testing automation skills. So the idea that an artist would have to demonstrate their own ability doesn't surprise me.
Ever since we're now living with the height of the AI art bubble, I refuse to call it era, because I know somewhere down the line, like the NFT, it will burst. Somewhere down the line, I know, but
I prefer the term plague, but yes.
But yes, because of the AI art bubble that's been very much, we're in the middle of it as we speak. It's really hard for artists to tell. It's really hard for companies to tell which one is art and made by artists and which one is made by made by a computer. So I'm actually say I give these kind of companies good props for establishing this kind of interview, this kind of strategy for an interview, because an AI would not know what a big titty goth girl would actually be, because they've never actually seen nor actually studied the styles of what makes a big titty goth girl appealing, you know? Let's see. Because I can't help but think back on that one video that I saw from Mujin as of late. I've yet to finish it, but I was actually in the thick of it when but I was in the middle of it, but I've just yet to finish it. But anyways, he was actually talking about this one particular artist that was in Twitter, who actually was actually caught using AI for their they try to pass it off as art, because they kind of charge. It's a little bit suspicious that they actually charge up to $100-ish or $120-ish for the sake of their for the sake of drawing it out, when really they're just pumping out when in reality they're just getting the art, and they also try to draw over it like they could actually pass it off as the real thing. But no, the video is still very much more detailed. I will screw things up in there, but the point is, someone was able to was able to smell the bullshit from the said artist, and actually studied it well enough to realize that, yep, this is not really drawn by this person. Yep, this is AI art. You guys talking about AI? Well, I was talking about how some companies are starting to go for a different tactic when it comes to hiring artists, such as they actually have to draw in front of them in the interviews to see if they can actually qualify to work. Because we are in the middle of living with the AI art, with the living in the AI bubble, and therefore it's making things a little bit harder and harder for artists to it's making things harder for people to differentiate what is an art, which is done by artists and which one's done by AI and machinery. I know people were pissed when McDonald's released an AI commercial, to which they rebutted that it was made by artists using AI, which is like saying you cooked the meal with DoorDash. No? What? Excuse me? What the actual fuck did I just listen? Excuse the fuck out of me?
It's a family recipe for steamed hams, I swear.
Oh god. But yeah, I'm actually grateful that we're getting some people who are becoming a bit more aware on how to spot the difference between a natural drawn piece versus a AI art, because as much as it gets polished over time and getting harder to tell, there will always be some ways for it to actually give away that it actually is done by AI. But I know that on the top of what I could think of are fingers. There's a difference. But what are the ones that give tells are wonky fingers, wonky eyes, hair that actually tends to loop instead of actually naturally fall and actually curve, if you will. And there's also the fact that sometimes clothes look a little bit like they're sort of melded, or they're sort of not following right. Some people will catch that, study it, and yeah, would actually disclose that this is done by AI instead of a person.
Yeah, there are literal.
Oh, sorry.
There are literal. There are AI programs. I don't know if these AI programs are AI generated, but there are programs that let you put an image in, and it will give you a likelihood of AI generation that exists already. So I don't know whether that's due to it being an AI generated algorithm itself detecting other AI, or whether it's just a fixed AI. But at the end of the day, what a lot of people don't understand about generative AI is that it's just a pattern reproducing machine. People think it's a smart machine that is capable of
And we're back.
generating logic and reason, as well as understanding your instructions. It is capable of duplicating things based on a theme by virtue of selecting the most likely to be relevant option and reproducing that. And the point that I'm making here is that AI will always be reliant on pattern recognition, which means there will always be patterns in what it produces, and people will always be able to detect those patterns in one way or another. So no matter how good generative AI gets, it's always going to be detectable in how it creates images and how it creates music and how it writes text, how it writes code, all of these things, because it's not true artificial intelligence. It's literally just a pattern generator at its core, which means that there will never be a time where it will be undetectable. You may need tools as it gets more and more difficult, but
But
it is
an AI cannot.
it is possible.
But an AI, at the end of the day, AI cannot. As much as people try to lambast it and say it, AI cannot replace a human touch on how it is done. You know?
Yes, there is
Tool.
another thing that people
Oh,
go ahead.
Yes, it's a tool, but it cannot. But it can only do so much.
Yeah, again, it reproduces what it inputs, which is a double-edged sword because it means you can only create so much new things. And then eventually what ends up happening is you end up in a hypothetical situation where the majority of artistic content is generative AI. You suddenly want to intake new data. The majority of the new data you're intaking is output from another AI. It is at that point that the quality of the generated AI starts to degenerate as it starts intaking its own data, because that data is basically a bunch of predicted items which are then spat out with various levels of, what do they call them? They call them hallucinations, but it basically means shit that the AI made up on its own. And as more and more that feeds into its own prompting, it starts assuming that the hallucinations are part of the prompt. And so you end up with this feedback loop of constantly increasing crap.
So what you're saying is that you've created a cyber Ouroboros in a way.
Eventually, yes, AI will eventually reach a point where it becomes
at the end of the start. At the end of its start, which is fucking crazy.
It's not even at the end of its start. It's at a point where, congratulations, not only have you managed to destroy all of the human artistic expression, now you've destroyed the generative AI artistic expression too.
Yeah, and that's which is crazy, because as soon as because no lie, I tune into the stream and I'm like, oh, this guy's talking about the whole Gen AI shit, and I'm just like, let me add my 2 cents to it. Which, in conclusion, the more you feed the machine, the more it will get fatter, and the more it will start to mentally or artificially deteriorate with its own. It's basically like giving a computer schizophrenia.
Sort of. So, I mean, unfortunately, this is something that is also considered by AI developers. They call it data poisoning, quote unquote, where you feed it something of lower quality in a deliberate effort to degrade the quality of the output.
Huh.
Although
Yeah,
in this case, rather than it being deliberate, it's just going to be a thing of congratulations, you got rid of all the good stuff. Now you've just got your own Gen AI garbage to feed.
that's it. And you and you generate AI, and you generate shit that is already like generated before that. Like, so it just ends up fucking. That's why we have the good old fashioned the piss filter, because of that one fuck ass trend with because of that one fuck ass trend. And now, at you what when you see it, it's completely noticeable. And you know what's even crazier?
You mean that Studio Ghibli style Gen AI where it has a complete piss filter over it?
Yes, yes, because that essentially, I think that's what you're talking. I think that's the first thing that came to my mind. Is like, it was that fuck us trend that sort of like poisoned the the algorithm pool, like the digital pool, if that makes sense.
Let me actually read chat a little bit. It's in good news. McDonald's removed their AI-generated commercial from YouTube. Good, as they should. Because
I mean, it was kind of a shit ad anyway.
look. For those who are, I understand why you need to resort for AI art when it comes to getting the things that you want, but you know, here it can only do so much. Just pick up a pencil, man.
A pencil? Is that what we do to write? Because I don't know. I'm just a corporate conglomerate that's in charge of a fucking massive
Or just
multi-billion-dollar
actually hire
monopoly.
real artists. But look, in my
Artists?
opinion,
What are they?
in my
Oh my god.
in my opinion, when it comes to AI art, it's complicated. I can understand a little bit of the appeal behind it, but at the end of the day, it still hurts. I mean, okay, let me actually reiterate this properly. I
Not
will
only
admit
hurts
this.
artists.
I will
Yeah.
admit this. I did use AI art once, and one time, just so I could actually see what's it like to have Nui to see what a concept of Nui as a figurine, you know?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it didn't look exactly how.
No, but it does actually give me an idea how it would look like.
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. Use it once. That's a one and done thing. But like, and that's another thing as well. Like, people would tend to use AI as like to assist them. Emphasize assisting them, not replacing, assisting them. So,
Yeah,
for example,
there's the key difference, isn't it? Assistance instead of replacement.
yeah, there's a huge difference. So to put it in short, to put it in short, it's look, the whole discourse about AI is that I think it is originally meant to help. It is meant to help them, to aid the workflow process. It's meant to streamline them. There has to be a human input. Not just artists, but like businesses in general, like big businesses and other stuff. There has to have some human input.
AI should not be used as the final product. Exactly. Going back to my previous topic, the previous point that I talked about, it gives me an idea. Remember how I said that I use AR to give me an idea what a figurine Nui would look like.
Yeah.
At least it gives me an idea that if and or when should I actually try picking up Blender and try to slog through the headache that is its tutorials. If I were to actually get down to the science and how Blender is done, I could possibly make a 3D rendition of Nui, just so I could actually possibly make one a 3D printed version of Nui, if you will.
Well, having said that, good luck trying to model a fucking donut for like 3 hours. I fuck look okay. I need to vent as well. All right. There has to be like better blended tutorials. It can't just be that one fuck ass tutorial about modeling a goddamn donut. All right. Anyone can model a donut, or let alone an onion ring. You just make a circle, flatten it. That's with the typography. Put a big hole in it, smooth it out, and that's it. Boom, done.
Yep.
I genuinely do not care if it has to be like, it has to have like the sprinkles. It needs to be textured right. Look, if I wanted a goddamn onion ring, I'd go to my local Burger King and grab the fucking onion rings, use it as a reference, as a point of reference, and then just go it off of that.
I think for me, I can't understand why some people will be frustrated for donuts, but I like to think that those are coming from people who had enough experience with Blender compared to people who have absolutely no experience with Blender, such as myself, you know? The donut is basically that to teach the person how it's done. And I can understand the frustration.
I get that. But if you're mostly getting into Blender for either sculpting, rigging, animation, there has to be like other tutorials out there. Unless I'm dumb, unless I'm smooth-brained. But then again, I woke up like 2 hours ago and I'm just having my cup of coffee.
Please get some more coffee in your system. You need it, my guy.
I need more coffee, but the thing is, if I have too much more coffee, I'm more likely to have more severe anxiety attacks. And the more coffee I have,
I feel that.
But I need the energy. Like, god damn it.
Fair. And Dark Angel,
The problem is that.
Hello.
Hello.
You were saying.
No, I was gonna let you finish because he asked how go the commissions.
Let's see. I'm doing okay when it comes to the commissions. Right now, we're doing the rough inks of this to give a foundation of what we're doing so far. Hold on.
Bless.
And once we're done, we're gonna polish that thing up. And as we're drawing, we're also talking about AI, because I brought up how some Japanese companies are starting to when they start hiring artists, they ask them to draw in front of them. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think I think that's probably a proper way to go. If you can write a paragraph of like, if you can just like come up with your own essay, like, give me an essay of the foundations of Guinness, for example, without using AI.
In fact,
Just
that's
come
also
up
another
with,
way
like-
to test out. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's just also to show how like it's more like a psychological like obstacle course. It's more like a mental obstacle course, because it just shows, because you know, I'm pretty sure you've heard the studies how like the use of like using like AI sort of like increases brain matter and like mental deterioration in like, you know, long-term usage. But like this is just sort of like to prove if they have that decay or not, or if they just like used, because like I guarantee you they'll look at that and they'll probably go like, okay, we recognize that this prompt is directly from this Wikipedia article, which is also from this website, and also this article about, you know, the top 5 brands of alcohol, like well-known brands of alcohol. So you fail. Or like if you completely made it up, and if it has like maybe grammar errors, maybe, you know, it's still like,
It has the long dash.
it has the long dash. That's the point. That to me is what being like, is what, like, you know, what human beings are capable of doing. They just, like, if they have a higher functioning people, like, not autism, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, if people that I've like are well educated and pure-brained, they just, they happen to like pull it out of their ass. If they're able to pull it out of their ass instead of just writing into ChatGPT or some shit, then I think in my eyes they pass.
And that's also another way to actually distinguish from a person who actually is a writer versus someone who uses ChatGPT to actually give them writing prompts. An actual author, an actual writer, when you ask them a question about the characters or the world they're from, they will actually go for hours and hours upon what the characters, from who they are down to what the plot is.
Just give them a whiteboard. Give them a whiteboard and a Sharpie and let them go to town.
Yep.
That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do to enable them. It's just you just give them a Sharpie, you give them a whiteboard, and like, hey, explain it to me. Go ahead, go nuts.
I mean, it's kind of a way to actually, and you're not correct. Just talking about it actually helps sharpen the critical thinking skills. Like, Savage would actually ask me good questions about my characters, especially when it comes to Isabel and her backstory, because when I made Isabel, I made a pretty package, but I don't have much of content behind it. But thanks to Savage, who actually asked me those good questions, it actually made my brain think, and it also made me research on terms of how I'm going to make Isabel basically work. And yeah, hey, it actually helped.
And that's good. That's like good shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's good thing to stimulate your mind. It's like very fucking. It's very good shit.
And welcome back, Emerald Marine. Currently, we're still doing the rough ink as we speak when it comes to this commission. I don't know if we'll actually. I think by the time we're done with the inks and proceed when it comes to the refined inks, we'll be done by this point. We've been here for about an hour and 12 minutes already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I guess that's let's see. Personally, I'd rather use AI as it was supposed to be, an assistant to help, not a do all
what I'm
savior.
saying. That's
Well, I've got bad news for you because the corporations who own those AI are not going to make a profit if you do it that way, and they're not taking no for an answer.
Think about my 15 Porsches. Think about my mansion. Think about
I wonder if
how
that
much.
webcomic. I wonder if that comic in quotation marks and with 500 quotation marks is still around.
The government won't give us a bailout. We're going to have to downgrade our fleet of jets from 40 to 39.
I just want $13 trillion to invest in this AI model that I made. Please. Oh my god.
The reason why I kind of said that thing out loud is that someone attempted to make a comic, and that's comic with the 50 quotation marks again, with AI art.
Oh.
And it is as chaotic as as it actually is, and it's a fucking field day for
Is the writing AI generated as well?
Yeah.
Is it just
okay?
fucking Jesus Christ?
A
Okay,
YouTuber that I know called Riser has made a set episode about it, and boy howdy, it really is. When they say it's chaos, it is chaos. So hold on a minute. Let me go see if I can find images from Chaos City. Oh man. Let me actually find a good let me actually find a good page with quotation marks. what the handbasket I'm actually talking about here, okay? It's
I.
I'm so sorry again. I genuinely am.
What? Okay.
No.
I feel like.
No. Okay. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here's an example. This is a page from that. This is a panel from that said comic with 50 quotation marks.
So.
Tell me, how does the in what order do you think this speech bubble placement is in?
Can I just do a quick dub of it? Cause like of how it was meant to be read.
Sure.
So I trust only in you, John. Oh, Sayori, good name, very well. I made that myself. Okay, I'll do my best the way I can. Call me Sayori. By the way, look, can you lend me some cash? Sure, how much do you need? See, like,
Now,
that's how it was meant to be read. Like, if you put that shit through a text,
here you go.
it's so fucking. It's so I can't like. What is the order? Like I can't. I was just saying like a bunch of. It was just random shit.
Yep.
It's just random shit just smeared everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, that does summarize Gen AI in a shell nut.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah. And big corporations big monopoly corporations will look at this and be like, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. We're gonna prompt it up. We're gonna shove it in people's faces.
I need to find I think I need to message Riser later to ask where he finds Chaos City so I can actually take a read at the, I can actually show and read this.
Okay, but the title, Chaos City. Chaos City. That's like 12-year-old level of like. That's like a 12-year-old naming where the edgy OC is from. Oh,
or a Sonic the Hedgehog location.
You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe it is better if I actually showcase the episode itself. I am going to actually drop this to you in I'm going
the
to.
OC?
Yep. Okay. No. Okay. Webcomic release.
Well, you know what? At least it'll be good. It'll be good stuff for cringe fiction readings.
If it's still up, because I don't.
If it's still, oh god.
Because I tried to look for this earlier and I can't seem to find it yet, unless.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's still in the if I can find it in the Bad Webcomics wiki. And
Look,
it's not even there either. Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. It was that shit. And they'll probably just be like, oh, the haters wouldn't understand. The fucking haters wouldn't understand. No, the hate is justified because you have, to quote a short man in New York, you have no talent.
But yes,
No talent.
I will give you guys a bit of a heads up of a warning. This one would test your brain. This one would really test your brain.
And by test your brain, it probably means test whether you will have brain cells left at the end.
You might get an aneurysm if you might get an aneurysm. I don't know how far in, but like you'll most likely be prone to it.
Okay, I think this is also another page I could at least share. I'd rather jump onto the black hole than read that. You know what? Absolute valid point. Okay, I will share this one last time, and we'll go back to finishing up this commission. This is an
oh my
actual
god,
page.
bro. I like how...
That is certainly the page of all time.
Yes, the page of all time. I like how the male looks looks. I know it's meant to be like the same character, but they look like two completely different people. Where's the change?
What am I looking at here?
Oh my
AI
God.
garbage.
Slop.
A
It's
page
slop.
from a comic with 50 quotation marks called Chaos City.
It is exactly how you how it.
Did they rip this from Wolverine?
Okay.
I would be
Those are
surprised,
supposed
bro.
to be. Okay, just one question. Are those two people, the two boys on the very bottom panel, are they meant to be two people side by side on like an execution wall?
Yeah, I think so. Like, are they meant to be twins or
I
what,
think
what's
they're-
going
I
on?
think-
I
was
think
supposed
I
to
think
be
that's the
the same
same person.
dude.
I hate to break this to you, but with Gen AI, it's likely meant to be the same person.
Yeah, we know it's fucking AI slop, but I'm just saying, like, if we're criticizing a piece of artwork, heavy quotations artwork, we have to be like critical, and the person, the quote unquote artist, needs to accept some form of criticism.
Because those two, yes, they look somewhat alike. So if you told me like they're side by side, like on some sort of like backs to the wall, like they're about to be executed or something, and they're both brothers, like that
Yeah,
makes sense.
like,
They look
I
similar
totally get
enough
it.
alike that you can take them as brothers.
Yeah, like I totally get it, but like, if they don't, but since it's the same character, I'm like, what? What's the continuity? But then as soon as you try to like, if you're trying to like get them to explain like, or get a reason why they have no chains, it's like, oh, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You're a hater. You're a hater. You're always been just fucking hater. Like, okay, so we're going.
What I'm more worried about is what the hell this guy did to be up against the wall, like he's about to be executed via firing squad.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, what was his crime? Being straight?
Clearly, because that girl was genuinely on.
Straight up lying.
No, what happened? Like, did you see all the fucking boy toys that lady had behind her? She wanted him to join. He said
The
no.
goons.
It's like, okay, it's understandable. May God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, like, he wanted to join her fucking goon squad.
But I will.
In multiple.
But I will admit, some of these panels are fucking gold in terms of
It is
fucking painful
oh.
gold. I don't.
No, it's fool's gold. AKA,
Molten fool's
Like-
gold.
Look, especially
gold. It's
this panel, particularly in here. Tell me, what's wrong with this?
It exists.
yes.
Hold on.
Neom.
So my two questions are: why have you decided to give a text bubble to sounds of eating that you don't do that in comics? Number two, where's the fucking food?
Did she already
Actually-
eat? She already ate it, apparently. You don't get it, Dave. She ate it already. She's making those sounds like
Here's the
humans
problem.
do.
Here's the problem. I
Hey,
do get
check
it. It's just fucking garbage.
That fork
Please
can
charge
kill
when you can.
someone. I mean, if you look at the episode, it kind of did, but the fork keeps changing sizes. That's how bad it is.
Did she kill someone with that fork and then shoved them into the orifice in her belly?
Is
That
she
is
a
the
cannibal?
mouth.
Is she a cannibal?
That would
Does
be,
she partake in cannibalism?
that would be something else if that were to be the case. I think
my
I
God,
need a
bruh.
message Riser to ask if where does he find Chaos City so I can actually
Yeah.
showcase the outlet.
Please, God.
Okay, because Jesus Christ Almighty, I think that, but that one comic just helps sells the point home. Yeah, that there's some things you can and there's some things you can't do with AI, and that's definitely not one of them. Anyways,
Yeah.
Other examples include be accepted in human society.
Yeah.
let's see.
My brother in Christ, this is a Twitch stream over Discord. What part over any of this says accepted in public society for any of us?
I didn't say public. I said human.
Human.
Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
The design is very human. as you could tell from the way she is saying Neom, that is something humans make.
That is not a fucking character. It's a skinwalker.
It's a digital skin. I think you nailed it. I think you nailed exactly what fucking some Gen AI artwork is. It's like digital skinwalkers. Especially when you have chatbots. Like, you know, those, oh god. You probably see those fucking chatbot ads.
Oh, all the time, and I hate it.
I mean, I've seen the ads, but most of the time I'm frankly more likely to encounter a bot chatter on social media posts, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, they are like digital skinwalkers. They may seem like they're human, but you have to be careful. You really have to be careful.
Plus, they do have ways to actually give tells that they're, you know, you're not talking to an actual person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why. So if you ever get an ad that says like, "Come talk to me,"
I'm sorry, but if you only found that out from the Gen AI explosion, then you're already in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Sorry there, fellas, but I'm going into a tunnel.
Oh
So
boy.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm not even look. I just
Yeah,
tried to
that
be careful.
panel where you saw the words coming out, that yum yum. That's not her mouth.
Yeah.
That's just where the noise is coming from. The mouth is in her belly, and she just splits in half
Oh,
and
but-
in order to eat.
But yes, but oh god. No.
Hello.
Hi, Sherman.
Yeah, Askerman returned.
What brings you, House Gremlin? Have you been summoned?
Askerman actually was in the middle of doing some, grocery shopping.
Grocery
Buying.
shopping.
In this economy?
Yes.
Okay.
What were you buying?
Askerman wants to get things from the 1996 store.
That's not good quality food.
But
Alright, hang on.
how
Let
am I
me-
supposed to get leftover Halloween candy then?
Let me check the vault real quick. Hang on, I'll be right back.
To be fair, leftover candy at the 99C store is probably still going to be acceptable quality.
Yes.
Okay, fair, but
Besides, this is coming for some. Why are you to ask a question when you have hoarded 3 catty pig bags?
because I save them for special occasions and make sure to make it last. Rationing. That's what they teach you.
Why don't you say so?
I do share. It's not with you.
What, little crumbs?
I am being blessed with sacrifice by cat.
No, what did she get? What did she get?
I don't know. I can't say.
Peppermint hot. Okay, peppermint hot chocky.
But here we go.
It's a hot drink, Gremlin.
Is it hot? Is it spicy? What did you do?
It's
Hot.
a hot because it's like hot chocolate, but it's peppermint, so it's extra spicy.
Great. Good job.
What happens when you dive head first into a cup of cocoa?
Alright, let's get you regular chalky milk.
Just- balance it. Balance it.
You should have done her in head first. Make sure you proper cool her
No.
off.
No. First we need to apply to the tongue since it seems to be sticking out of her mouth.
Oh god.
I am not bitter.
There you go.
There you go.
Suddenly.
What did What?
uh,
what did we learn from hot drinks?
I know.
Oh boy. Oh god.
Here it
What?
comes.
No. All right, yeah, get the bucket. Get the bucket.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, come. All right. Okay, I got it. Just
Hey there, folks.
okay. Oh, that was.
What the fuck?
No.
Alright,
It's
just-
still coming out. Whatever.
All right, just let it out. Let it out. Let it out. All right, come on. Let it out. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was chunky. I don't look. Don't ask. Okay. Don't ask questions. You're not handled. Not prepared. All right. You done? Are you done? Come on.
Oh,
Alright.
no, you're not.
Oh. Okay. All right. All right.
My tummy. Those are big
Alright.
rubies.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
I'm just gonna take this outside, and I'm gonna give the bucket a quick wash.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh Lord, it's chunky.
Are you feeling better now, Gremlin?
Ladies and gentlemen, is how she pays for her section of the rent.
But this is actually weird though. Yeah, weird. Then again, House Gremlin has obstruct things weird from things came out. There have been stranger things that came out of House Gremlin.
Fortunately, none of them have been explosive.
I was half
fix that.
No.
I would prefer not. Yes, explosives are usually not a great thing, Gremlin.
What tell me if
Do
House
you want to
Gremlin
be
has...
turned? Do you want to be turned into a bunch of tiny pieces?
Nah, that's for the Crinkle Man.
You've already tried twice, Gremlin.
House Gremlin is going to determine and fight off this Crinkle Man. I have been trying your best to be good, be swell, be strong. But it is a long, long way to get good. I don't want to turn it. I don't want my bones to be turned into paper mache.
Paper,
Not again.
paper mache. What?
House
The Crinkle
Gremlin-
Man, aka Saint Nick.
House
Okay.
Gremlin is determined to fight the Crinkle Man again.
Cocomelon. What? Cocomelon? What?
The Crinkle Man.
Crinkle Man. Oh. Oh.
Because House Gremlin didn't get her prezi that she wanted. That's why I want to go fight the Crinkle Man.
Well, then I guess get ready to be turned into a pancake.
No!
Or a ball.
No! House Gremlin will get good this year! I have been busy building muscle! Very dense muscle, but muscle nonetheless!
And how come I can keep sending you flying with little effort?
Because I go easy on you?
Bullshit.
Huh?
You heard me. I'm not repeating myself.
When my house... It's just that currently I am getting every knick-knack and treats in your book. So that way I can make myself the new treat, which Chat is yet to actually fulfill the quota.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh shit, that's not good.
Wait, speaking of, Oscar Mama needs to go because I have gotten what I'm looking for into the 99C store, and now it is time for me to go to Australia.
To what?
And
To what? To where?
she is
Oh,
rapidly
you're not the
approaching you. She is rapidly approaching your
Rapidly
location.
approaching Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
You could already hear the piano playing in the background.
I can hear. I'm scared.
Hey guys, what did
Should
I miss?
be.
I'm-
Ruby's in Australia.
I may get doxxed. I may get doxxed.
What?
So I may have gotten doxxed.
The house gremlin is rapidly approaching his location.
Why
Yes.
though?
It is incredibly concerning, but rest assured, she probably doesn't know exactly where I live.
But did she say
Yeah.
But did she say anything else specific?
No, she just said that
Apparently,
she
there's
was
something in Australia that's people.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay,
I don't.
okay. Let's pick a process of elimination of what is gremlin. Because gremlin is gremlin. There's no if, whats, or buts.
Yes.
But we're able to piece bit by little bit on her mindset, if you will. She always has been wanting to fight off against, Santa Hale of all beings, and failed, obviously, and she has been busy trying to actually build up enough bulk, despite how we say it's bullshit, but she keeps insisting that it's just very compressed, dense muscle mass. So, what could she be looking for in Australia of all places?
Four-night cassowaries?
No, that'll be that's terrifying already, honey.
No, look, you don't want to fuck with cassowaries.
Exactly. She wants to turn one into a mount and use more as weapons, probably.
I thought that's what she wants to do with emus.
Yes, but emus are skittish and like to run rather than fight. See, emus are her basic mode of transportation. Cassowaries are when she wants to stir shit.
Cassowaries are the war mount of Australia.
Yes.
Look, yeah.
Australian? Nah, she would not actually resort to getting that.
No.
Would she?
We had no Australians since like I don't know, the 70s.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they taught me that at school.
Last I heard, it all went up into space.
I heard that some of them were made from. I heard that some of it was built. That some of it was like some of the Australian was made for components of the Voyager probe.
Should we be afraid?
One of the look, I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. I would say. Look, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I just don't know what will happen if aliens found minerals that are no longer on Earth. So they may destroy the planet for some fucking fool's gold.
Well, isn't that literally the plot of the expansion to Command and Conquer 3 where aliens show up?
I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah. What the hell? Sure.
I mean, I genuinely hope you are correct, because there's no way in the hells House Gremlin would be that stupid, right?
I don't know. Just look. I have no idea. I do not want to assume anything. I just want to assume that I am safe, but House Gremlin may or may not be safe.
Yeah. I'm sticking with my coronate cassowary idea.
Gods, I genuinely hope that's the case. Okay, what time is it right now?
Coronate cassowary with chain swords for legs.
Oh, God. Okay, let's see how far we've, have we actually drawn this much already? Oh, thank you for this species. But still, that is, now, I think if anything, we need to put an, I don't know, tracker on House Gremlin so she doesn't do anything stupid.
You really think it would stay put?
You know what? You could make a good point. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it would be lost somewhere in the Feywilds.
Loki expecting House Gremlin will burst in any second with an Australian rocket launcher. Jesus Christ.
Or let alone a I don't know, a pipe bomb.
That's terrifying.
So either a goddamn like either a fucking like Australian rocket launcher or just a pipe bomb or a demon core.
I don't know which is far more reckless that House Gremlin will have in her person.
What? A demon core?
You know what? A demon core is definitely the worst of the evils that's listed there.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
At which point, that probably got to bring out the DU rounds on her.
No, and nothing. And the problem with that logic is nothing is going to save you from the radiation from that thing. Depleted uranium isn't going to help you at that point.
Yeah, I'm surprised you knew what that meant.
We actually, I do think there will be a point where I think we would have to do something about House Gremlin, or let alone like take her out of the equation if you pick it up what I'm putting down.
No.
But believe me, we've tried banishing her. It worked.
What do you mean? What do you mean you tried banishing
I'm
her?
not talking about like banishing. I'm talking like the about game ending.
Okay.
Good fucking luck.
Yes, even before House Gremlin intervenes, if I catch you attempting to cause her harm, understand that I will set you and everything you love on fire.
Yeah, good fucking luck. I'm in the middle of summer, or summer's just started, so.
So
Shays will get me, and don't get me started on what essays are. I don't think we have enough time, or the brain cells in my artificial mind to explain.
Looks like we're going to be having our ad break in a moment, so those who are continuing with this conversation, yeah, expecting the ad break right there. House Gremlin sounds like a lot like a certain Pikachu that hangs in the Pyromancers.
Oh.
I think I know what they're talking about.
yes, I know exactly who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Cheesecake, if I'm not mistaken, is the name.
Yeah. It's not an unfair comparison. It's just not quite there.
I mean, if anything, I like to argue both of them have their own brand of chaos that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong. I don't even want to imagine who's the worst of the two.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think we have done a lot of progress when it comes to this commission. Sure, we're in the refined stages, but we're getting close to wrapping things up here. Or at least for today.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ugh. Shit. Sorry, it's just, I'm currently in the middle of traffic right now, and it's very stop and go, and it's shaking up my skull, so I'm fierce.
Oh, you poor thing. Are you gonna be alright, though?
I'll be fine, just I might have to lay down once I get home.
Tempted to ask that guy where I punched in the Konami code. Oh dear. I'm gonna see what I can make for tonight's dinner. I mean, I did pull out the pork loin, so I'm thinking of making some pork cutlets with that. I just have to.
You still have old ones in the fridge, huh?
What?
You still have old pork cutlets in the fridge.
Yeah? Okay. Want to have that for tonight's dinner? I'm thinking about making something different with our other leftovers.
Okay.
Alright, I just need to make some fresh rice to go with tonight's dinner.
Alright.
I think I want to actually call it here because I've been drawing for a long while, for about almost 2 hours.
Entirely fair.
Yep. Besides, I've got to like start working on my stuff as well.
Not to mention, I gotta make dinner soon, and yeah, I just want to actually relax a little bit now. I've been drawing 2 hours nonstop. Well, technically 2.5 hours nonstop. So
Solid.
Yep.
I basically am a little bit tapped. That's fair. Thanks for the stream. I know we're basically done with our ad break, everybody, but unfortunately, this is where I best get call it here for the day. Oh, I think I know exactly who we can go and raid.
Fairbanks?
Afton.
Ah.
Oh yeah, he's live. And there was also
Just double check that.
also live as well if you're hoping to.
Who?
But that's okay. We'll do Afton.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and make the raid message. I did not have anything for Christmas emotes. Well, I technically do have one, but
Correct.
let's use the shaking gremlin emote with this one. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and actually watched me draw this. Join me by tomorrow as I'm going to be tackling the latest update for Warframe, which is the old piece. And I am genuinely looking forward to doing that and see, I'd have a Michelin style, well, not Michelin style, at least have an appetizer, starter
Michelin Man?
for what Tau is going to be. But until then, may y'all have a good night. May y'all eat well and rest well. I hope to see you guys next time at the Paper Plane Inn. Take care!
Okay. Bye bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye. Just be careful with that big stain. Anyway, bye.
Yeah.